See our hala deal. Let me tell you how. I was in the vehicle just coming down here now with my friends and my bosses, and we were talking about how difficult it is to get houses right here in Abuja before you can get rent. I was hearing about how it takes some people 6 months before they eventually get to rent a place they get to stay, another 3 months. And someone inside the same vehicle with us, she said she's still looking for a place, and she has been in Abuja already for 1 month and hasn't found a place to rent. In Abuja, rental income is something that lots of the landlords make a whole lot of money from, because they know that the housing deficit here is quite high, and Abuja is working really hard to meet up to that, to create enough houses to meet up with the housing deficit here. Why am I telling you all of this? Now, I'm standing currently inside Ville, and this place has terraces that have already been sold out. Now, you see right there, these terraces were sold out even before they left the ground. These ones have been sold out. Well, behind me right here, these are block of apartments that are still being built, right? These ones and this one, so they are still being built. Why am I telling you this? You see, if you invest here, if you buy these, trust me, you wouldn't even need, I'm talking to people who really want to buy to rent out. If you want to buy and live as well, it's actually really cool. But if you're going to buy to rent out, you're never going to look for people who are going to live here, because people are actively looking for where to live in Abuja, actively looking for where to rent, good places to rent in Abuja. And if you're someone who has been thinking of a way to come into the rental income industry, the real estate industry, especially rental income, you can buy any of these right here and then rent them out and make your money, have cash flow that would last you a very long while. Because like I heard in the vehicle when they were talking, she said something very funny. She said she came to a particular place to rent it was a 1-bedroom, right, that she wanted to rent. And while she was standing there, another guy was next to her, and she said she was asking the guy, okay, so what do you think about this flat? What do you think about this place I want to rent? Is it nice? You think the environment is nice? The guy was like, yeah, I think it's actually nice, and was writing something. Few minutes later, about 15 minutes later, the landlord tells her that the place has been paid for. Guess who paid for it? The guy who was next to her, who was telling her that the place is actually a nice place to rent. So rental income, it's actually rushed. You can't go wrong with rental income in Abuja. There are lots of people who are constantly looking for this. So like I said, if you want to come into the rental system, rental industry, the real estate industry, especially for rental income, Ville is a place you can look to buy, rent out, or do your Airbnb here as well. Ville is located just a few minutes away from the central business area, close to Gaduwa, Gudu. That is where Ville is located. It's located actually in Gaduwa, and these are the surrounding environs for where it's located. This particular Ville estate comes with an FCDA R of O, and the available units right here now are 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and 3-bedroom apartment. So the 1-bedroom apartment is currently selling for 41,750,000 Naira. And this is for the 12-month payment plan. But if you want to come with a 6-month payment plan, you'll be paying at 35,800,000 Naira. That's for the 1-bedroom apartment. And then for the 2-bedroom apartment, the 12-month payment plan, you will be paying 58,800,000 Naira for the 2-bedroom apartment for the 12-month payment plan. And for the 6-month payment plan for 2-bedroom apartment, you'll be paying 53,700,000 Naira. And finally, for the 3-bedroom apartment, the 12-month payment plan is at 98,800,000 Naira. And 6-month payment plan is 89,500,000 Naira for the 3-bedroom apartment. Like I said, these terraces are already sold out. They are already sold out. It's just the 2-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, and 3-bedroom apartment right here. And the payment plan is, as you've heard already, is absolutely beautiful. Like I said earlier, if you're someone who wants to come into real estate for rental income and cash flow, this is something you should be looking at getting as soon as possible. You had better call the phone number on your screen right now before you hear sold out, just like these terraces behind here. Call me right now. I'll be waiting to get a call from you and help you get any of these beautiful apartments at the off-plan price.